And now,
all right, greetings, ChampCar world. I'm kind of laughing here because Paulie and I are dealing as we're starting to get this meeting started. So we're going to be pushing out a couple of these Bravo flag videos. This will probably be the last one for 2022, and the next ones that come out will be the first onesies and twosies for 2023. We're going to push a couple of these things out because I want to keep them kind of short and kind of focused on individual topics. The subject of this Bravo flag meeting is something that we've been trying all year long to finally get working, and success is upon us. It is working. Huge thank you to our IT person, Rob, with some help and assistance from Bill about getting our electronic waiver and electronic gear check acknowledgement forms finally working on the website. So here we go. What is this thing going to look like? Essentially, your participation waiver will now be signed electronically via the ChampCar website, and your gear check acknowledgement, that's your driver safety gear and your gear for going over the wall as a crew member, the stuff that we would normally check in a great big giant smelly pile on a table somewhere in a garage and put a sticker on your helmet, all that stuff is going to move to an electronic based format. It literally went live this morning. In fact, I was going to film this video and tell you how it would work when it was ready to go live. And literally in talking to Rob this morning, we got it working and it is live now. So if you log into your ChampCar registration page for yourself as a member, you will see the links to these two forms. The first one is your participation waiver. This is the waiver that you would sign and bring to the event. It's an annual thing. It will not replace the waiver that you may have to sign at the gate for the track. Some tracks will still require their own separate waiver at the gate. You guys are all used to that. They hand the clipboard in the window, everybody signs it and hand it back to the nice person at the gate and move on. This is strictly the participation waiver for ChampCar. The second one, and I want to be very, very clear about terminology here. The second form is your driver and gear check agreement. You'll notice I'm calling it an agreement, not a waiver. That is because it is an agreement between you and ChampCar that you are aware of the driver safety gear requirements and you will adhere to them and have the correct equipment. It is not a waiver to just do whatever you want and wear whatever you want. You are agreeing that the stuff that we would normally check at your gear check inspection is right, it's in date, it's not damaged, it's fully certified by the manufacturer, and it is within spec and ready to go. No karting suits, no tasseled loafers. That's a joke from within my own team. Your helmet is in the correct date series. It's an SA helmet, no motorcycle DOT helmets, etc., etc. So how's it going to work? As I said, if you log into your ChampCar site right now, you will see the links to these two separate forms. You will click on it. Let's take the first one, for example. You'll take your waiver. You'll click on the link. It will bounce you over to a third-party site. We're using a system called Smart Waiver. It will bounce you over to their site. You will read through the waiver. You will electronically sign it. It will then generate an email back to you to confirm who you are. Once you've opened that email and clicked acknowledge through your email, which should match up with the same email address that is in the ChampCar system as your communication tool for ChampCar, then it will send you another email back saying, congratulations, you have successfully signed your waiver. Then when you're back on your main ChampCar registration page, you'll again click the link for the gear equipment acknowledgement form, the driver gear stuff. Again, it will take you to Smart Waiver. You'll sign the form there, read it, acknowledge it, sign it. It will send you another email. You go back to your email, open that, click it to acknowledge receipt of it, and then it will bounce you back over to the ChampCar site and you'll be good to go. When you get to registration, I know you don't normally see what we see on the registration side, but when you get to registration and they go to check your team in, right now, it will say expired next to your name if your ChampCar membership is expired. We're adding some icons there for the people at the registration desk, and they will be able to see that your participation waiver has been signed and your gear agreement has been signed. When they see those things, they'll issue you your wristband and you'll be good to go. The long-term future state is for the presence of your wristband to cover everything. It will mean that you are a paid member and eligible to race in that event, and that you have signed both your waiver and your gear check agreement. Now, in the short term, we're going to have a little bit of overlap. So if you still need to get your gear checked traditionally, you can bring it to the tech line and get your gear checked. We will give you a 2023 helmet sticker to put on your helmet, and you'll be good to go. As this cycles forward, you can log in now and you can sign these agreements. Eventually, the system will catch up with your membership expiration date. So when your ChampCar membership expires, the waivers will expire too. And when you when you repay your ChampCar membership fees, you will also go back in and re-sign the waiver and re-sign the gear check agreement, and then that will put you on a full 12-month evolution. So every time you renew your ChampCar membership, you'll renew the waiver and the gear check agreement, and everything will stay on the same 12-month cycle. Now, right now, we're just kicking this thing off, and obviously that doesn't line up with everybody's membership dates. So you can go in now. Yes, you can go into your website now, go and log into your ChampCar page and sign these agreements. And then when your membership expires, whether it's a couple months after the Sebring race or whether it's literally December of next year, your waiver and your gear check agreement will again come up. So I hope that makes sense. Eventually, we'll get them on the same 12-month evolution as your membership. But in the short term, yes, you can go in now and sign these things. I'm going to look at Polly and see if anything I just said made sense, because even I'm starting to confuse myself here. It's really not that difficult. A bunch of our staff members went in this morning and test ran it. It works terrific. There's real short visual icons there for the people at registration to know whether or not you've done it. Yes, it's something you can do from your phone as long as you've got access to your ChampCar registration and whatever email address you use on your phone. You can literally do it while you're waiting in the registration line to get these things done. This is part of trying to make ChampCar a much smoother, more efficient place for you, and to really streamline what takes place at the racetrack to make these things, speed up the process so you guys don't have to lug your gear around and whatnot. I do want to be clear one more time about the gear check thing. This is an agreement. You are agreeing that you are aware of ChampCar's driver safety requirements. That's everything from head to foot: shoes, socks, suit, a proper driving suit, not a cart suit, right? The full-on FIA or SFI approved driving suit, gloves, balaclava if you have facial hair, head and neck restraint system, a proper SA helmet that is within the date codes listed in the rule books. I'm telling you now, if you're not sure what it is, bounce over to the 2023 rule book and take a look at it. But this is an agreement that you're aware of these things and you will wear them and wear them properly. You're not waiving the requirement to have them. You are agreeing that you are aware of them and your stuff is properly dated. It is properly certified by the manufacturer. It is within any date codes or expirations, and it is in good serviceable condition. It's an agreement that you're signing on to. So just want to be clear about that so that nobody thinks once they've signed it, they can just wear whatever they want. And yes, we will be spot checking as we go through the event, whether it's on pit lane, practice day, load-in day. And yes, we can tell from looking, even at a distance, whether a suit is a proper car suit or a cart suit. I can tell if you're wearing, again, we'll joke here about tasseled loafers, inside joke from my old team. There are even ways of telling whether a helmet might or might not be an SA or a M or motorcycle helmet from a distance. If we're unsure, we'll come over and we'll ask you to take a look at it, and we'll verify whether or not the gear is correct. So please read through those agreements. Please remember, this stuff is for your own safety, guys. Take good care of your safety gear. We want you to be in good shape out there. Most importantly, I want you guys to have a really good time at our events and come back and race with us again. And proper driver safety gear will help us all with that. So I won't belabor the point anymore. Thanks for your time and attention. Look for a few more of these Bravo flag videos coming out soon as we roll out some additional information. Happy New Year, and I look forward to seeing you guys in 2023.